Hello, I'm Martin Fencka and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Civilization 5 as Babylon. So today we'll start by founding the religion. Unfortunately, we have lost some good founder beliefs because we are like three or four turns too late, which kind of sucks because all that is left, at least when it comes to founder belief, is really bad for us. But at least we have Mondays, so that is something. But before that, I would like to answer some comments. Now, do I remember everything that I wanted to talk about? There are some discussions about the possible defense here. I talked about it last time. I'm not 100% sure yet. What I don't want to... It was mentioned a couple of times, creating like a funnel with citadels. Let's say... I'm not saying that the position that I'm gonna suggest here is not what I'm like planning or anything. It's just making an example. If I had a citadel on this style and this style, or maybe even further away here and here, the AI doesn't like to go close to citadels. It's trying to avoid them. So by having one here and here, there would be a funnel in between them, and I would be able to, in theory, focus on the units that would be coming here. But the problem is, these citadels would basically have no support, and it's possible that at some point, if there are enough units that, and the AI doesn't have anywhere else to go, it would just throw all those units on those citadels, and I wouldn't be able to do anything about it. That's why I'm always trying to have each citadel supported by a nearby strong point. So if I had citadel here and here, I would try to get one in between, or ideally instead of having one here, I would move it back and have like a defensive line like this. I don't think that the funnel would work in this case. It can work when you are playing a normal game and you are in a rough spot where you have to fight a long war where it's not as much about terrain, it's more about like exhausting the enemy, but you have more room to work with and more units to work with. You can, for example, use cities as strong points for support for such citadels. Here I have to be very careful with that, and as I said, I would rather have a defensive line than try and risk it. When the problem is when the AI, for some reason, doesn't behave the way you expect. Suddenly, you might be in trouble. So I'm just saying, because this suggestion showed up a couple of times. I'm just saying that I am considering it. I'm just afraid that it's not gonna work, and if it doesn't, then I'm basically screwed. I have to make sure that the citadels stay up, because that's the only way how I can defend. I'll never have enough units to like defeat the AIs. I'm fighting one city against 10 plus in some cases, so I have to make sure that my citadels can't get pillaged. But well, that's something for the future. Who knows, maybe we'll be able to pull it off here, because there is the terrain helps us. When there is water, it's always easier to pull off something like this, these defensive like basically killing grounds. That's what we would be trying to create. That's one thing, and then another thing. Someone asked why why the stone is still unimproved when it boosts production of wonders, specifically pre-Renaissance era wonders. Well, I had the stone available for quite some time, but first I didn't have quarries available for that long, and marble gives more production to wonders than stones, so I prioritized marble. And after that, I just want more food. As much as I would like to have the 10% production for wonders, I'm not gonna be building that many wonders from now on. It would maybe save me a turn on Terracotta Army. But to get that, I would have to delay these farms. And it's not worth it for me. It's again the priorities. What do I want? I definitely wanted to improve the the marble. Um, it's the hammers that I get from it. It's the luxury that I can sell. That's the important part. I can't sell stone, but I can sell marble. That's why I prioritize that, and it gives more production than the stone. Not sure it actually makes the 5% makes really a difference, but it is more than the stone. So that's why I focused on the marble first. But after that, I need to grow. I think I have enough production. I don't have enough people. And also, people mean production, not immediately, but in the long term, I can work more tiles with production. So, over time, more food translates into more production. So, yep, that's the reasoning. But let's start playing finally. So here, I still don't know about the founder belief. All the options are so bad. When you increase the number of followers in a city by spreading religion, I won't ever be spreading religion. I can't fight the AIs. They have too much of everything for me to try to fight them. So I'll be saving my faith and maybe get some holy sites or something like that. I'll never get like missionaries or use prophets to spread religion, even to city states. It's just not gonna happen. Yeah, Council of Elders, the same thing. Just not gonna happen. Conquer a city, that definitely won't happen. I could go with Holy Law. It's bad, I know, but it's probably the best I can, or might be the best that I can get, because we will, hopefully, our capital will go quite tall. So we'll never get to 250 followers, sure, but we should be able to get like 30 and get at least something. Spread religion to foreign cities, not happening. When you enter a new era, Holy City gains 20 of every yield for each city following your religion. Why it can be at least for each follower. If Way of Transcendence had the same wording as Holy Law, I would probably go for that. What do we get here? Faith, Science, and Gold. I'm trying to get something with culture, but there's nothing left. Also, we can't really rely on getting the wonders. I don't think that we'll like ever be able to get that. We'll have enough followers for it. I guess Holy Law, but it is bad. How long until we get the Monday? 15 turns. So what do we want to save our money for? Let's think about paying for some buildings, which I probably should do. I think before that I will get a quick workboat. I will build it. I don't want to pay 140 gold for a workboat. For less gold, I can get more production. For example, if I pay 200 for arena, I get more than I would get here, 440. We need to find some Greek cities. I want to know how close they are. We can expect some trading in the near future. Should be close, because there are a lot of units welcoming our spearmen. Most advanced people. Yeah, not that far behind. Well, actually, no, we are far behind considering we are playing a save that gets basically Academy right from the start. More food, 11 turns, just curious. 14, that's 3 turns. It would save us 1 turn on the social policy. No, we need more food. There's no one? Why the hell are there so many Greek units when there's... or when there is in the city? Can I save a turn? No, it's still 6. Can I get more production somehow? No, not that. I can save a turn. Right? 6. And here would be 5. I'm losing like 3 or 4 turns. 5. It's just 5 turns. Do I delay the scientist by 5 turns to save 3 turns in growth? No, probably not. Okay, it's not extra 3 turns here because in 5 turns we're gonna switch, so I'm like slowing down the growth by a turn or 2. Now it's just important that we get the terracotta army when we invested so much in it. Look at all of the iron.
You made an instrument.
Is that... oh, just a spearman. And Kilimanjaro. God damn it. Kilimanjaro is a problem because suddenly... well, we don't have that many hills around here, but there are some in the north, for example, and it's not... how does it work? Yeah, even a desert hill is not rough terrain anymore. Oh, that's bad. Kind of expected the Greek city somewhere around here when there were so many units. Okay, good. Somehow we managed to get the terracotta army. So now workboat, library, and then we pay for as many buildings as possible. Watermill is gonna be next. Already gonna pay for it. Also, I probably should switch and switch. Fortify. Wait. Okay, now it's time to improve the stone. Interesting that no one built Oracle yet. We have Monument and we have Gardens right now. So that's +4 culture. Yeah, we definitely want that. Next. I want to know a little bit more about what's happening down here. Oh, there is... It's still too far, but there is a Greek city. We got the Monty here. Now we switch to the second prophet. Uh, 16... 8. Okay, we definitely want that. It's 2 turns difference. How quickly we get the right there? 50 turns. Excuse me, 50 turns. Is the writer will have to wait. I really want more scientists. Next. Now, we have the option to get Roman 4, but is it worth it trading an engineer for a diplomat? What else is there? We might be able to get Oracle. Okay, let's save the... How much production can we get from it? We just need something. Doesn't really matter what, just to see the number. 1296, that should be enough. Yeah, that's more than enough. Maybe I want the lighthouse before the walls. What do we get from walls? Scientists generate gold. No, never mind. We want walls. And I paid intentionally for more buildings because it gave us enough science to get philosophy in one. So unless someone builds Oracle right now, we get Oracle.
There's only one.
So once again, what do we get from it? Just making sure it's worth it. Scientist point, science faith. Free temple. Free temple is good. Culture and science and unhappiness from illiteracy. It's gonna be more than 400. Because I'm sacrificing a lot of production for it. The manufacturer would be very useful. But there is no way I build an oracle. That's just not gonna happen. So that's one of the wonders that I really like taking away from the AIs, because it gives them unfair boost. How are we doing? 18, 20. Yeah, suddenly we are not as far behind. Education, of course, is gonna slow us down because it's. I could just go like ironworking currency and basically pretend that we managed to catch up, but I'd much rather get education a little bit earlier than expected. I'm not getting University of Sankor this time, that's for sure. It's not a big deal, but actually, we will be missing people for Oxford. But we can at least build the university and be ready for Oxford. Also, by entering the medieval era, we'll be getting slightly better yields from all of the, or like bonus yields. 600, yeah, that's a nice boost. How much science is education? How much was drama and poetry? 392. So that 600 science in this stage is significantly more than one tag. So Oracle is way better than Great Library in that regard. Fortify. Keep exploring. You are heading south. Could probably send this guy as well. Just go from the other side. Because currently I think we should be quite safe. Then. Change of plans? Probably. Even though I won't be able to pay for the school, I think I want to build it as soon as possible. How long would I need? For that's 3-5 turns. So if I queue it up like this, then I will have just enough money when I finish the walls to pay for it as well. And we are Babylon, we pay for buildings. Now, well, let's go south. Just in case there is something. There is a tiny chance that there is a city-state. Roman Forum, gone. Don't like the peril here. 1, 2. Yeah, because... And there is a fish as well. I wouldn't be surprised if at some point someone tried to settle here. I can't really block this tile easily. I'm not building a citadel or like popping a general here to get the citadel. Because that would block the whole thing, but... That feels like such a waste. I may have to do it though, but, well, the problem is, if I block this, then the AI can just pop a city here, and there will still be a harbor to the south. Yeah, didn't get the money in time for the School of Philosophy, unfortunately. I think you want Writers Guild after that, then Amphitheater. The harbor can wait. They are not even working the fish. How long is that stone gonna take? 3 more turns? What about the scientist? Excuse me. Eventually, probably all these tiles are gonna be only great people improvement, so I'm just gonna pop the scientist on the kettle right away. Next. Managed to save quite a lot of time on education. That's nice. Because once we are done with education, we'll quickly grab some of the cheap tags. Heroic Epic will be nice. Forge will be nice. Circus Maximus is decent. Balance we have +4 cultures. It's great as well. Growth from Aqua. Yeah, all of these are actually relevant. Just thinking, how far do I want to send that spearman? Maybe it's... Well, I don't have time to get the scout. This time it sucks that we lost the Pathfinder. Usually I don't care too much, but here you could actually use him. Okay, we are done with all the tile improvements. Because all these tiles will just be eventually manufactories or academies or maybe one town somewhere. So what we want now is build roads. Question is, do we want to build the roads now? Because we don't need them yet. I could pre-build roads everywhere. It's gonna be annoying, but I probably should do that. I probably also should check what exactly I'm working here. So scientist in 30. Just out of curiosity, how quickly would I be able to get him? 23. Growing in 7. This make much of a difference? It would be 1 turn on the amphitheater. And it would save us 1 turn here. I think I'm gonna delay the engineer. Get another scientist as quickly as possible so that we have 3 academies early. And then I'll probably unlock the scientists and unlock 2 engineers, because by the time we will have forge, so it's gonna be 2 engineers, and we'll also lock, well, definitely gardens or palace gardens, but the chapel as well. Do we see the city? No, not yet. I need to see the city itself if I want to trade with it. I'm not sure I'll be able to. Well, maybe if I go here, I'll be able to see it. I think it's still too far for the caravan. We need the caravanserai to increase the range. But with caravanserai, this might be a trading partner. I'll just have 2 spearmen along the road. Make sure it doesn't get pillaged by barbarians. Please. There we go. Yeah. So there's some annoyingly good city locations here. Best for me probably would be a city on the island. That's not gonna happen. There's probably gonna be a city here and then here. Well, the ice. Well, if it settles here, then it will try to settle here. Oh, that's horrible. I guess I need to see at least 1 city in the area to estimate where the rest is gonna be. Did I forget to pay for the guild? I think I did. I can actually move down here and see a little bit more. I'll go currency next. I actually need the caravanserai. Then metal casting engineering. I don't think we're gonna need an early castle, but castles give protection to quarries. I think I need to go steel and then chivalry. Then we'll see. Okay, we are paying for amphitheater. Fortunately, we lose Golden Age, and with that, our income will go down by like 10 gold. That's a light Colossus. And I think we are done with exploring for a while. I'll try to get a Pathfinder at some point. Because I definitely want to find more city-states. How much time do I save here? 0. Okay, makes no difference, good. I'll just work the writer slot. I think I'm gonna make a cut here, because I'll have to think a little bit about what exactly I want to do here. Oh, maybe one more turn? Let's go one more turn. So I want to make sure that I don't forget to pay for the university. It saved us 7 turns. Okay, so someone wanted me to go over like all of the AIs at the end of every episode. I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna forget half the time, but this time I remember. So let's see. Let's check us first. 26. That's what we are interested in, and probably a number of cities. So 20 texts, 6 traditions. 23, 6, 1, 7 cities. It's a leader, so can expect her to be ahead with 31. There is okay, not the end of the world. Decent economy, but nothing too crazy. Germany 23, 6, 1. So we are like 1 social policy behind, it seems. He has library, so that helps him a lot. It's good that Portugal didn't get library. Economy sucks for the AIs. Everyone is going statecraft. That's good. That's gonna be like exhausting for the AIs because they'll be fighting over city-states constantly. We all focus on something else. Greece only finished tradition, 21 tax. That's good. That's really good. They're basically on par with Greece. 5 cities. He managed to get some wonders. He will go statecraft. There is no way he goes something else, especially with Roman Forum. Statue of Zeus is a bit annoying. But I don't think we have to worry about him too much. His economy sucks. Okay. William, 6 tradition, 5 cities, 21 tags. For William, the economy isn't great. Also, he doesn't have that many social policies. He's not doing well. And then we have Suleiman, who is in serious trouble. So for now, it looks good. Problem is, last time it looked good at this stage as well, and then everything just exploded. Though here, there is a, well, I think it's gonna be the same thing. Greece, you know, he doesn't look that great at this point. He has so much room to work with. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cities at least that he can settle. That will double his the number of cities that he controls. And there are some pretty damn good cities. He has a wonder to work with. Strategic resources. Yeah, I think that about the end of the Renaissance era, we'll be in the same situation as we were last time against Rome. There will be just Greek units everywhere along our border, and it will be impossible to hold him back. Unfortunately. Unless somehow William expands here. But if he does, then he'll just lose those cities, because look at this mountain range. It will be impossible for William to reinforce these cities. It would have to be Germany keeping... You'd basically have to like sign a defensive pact with Greece, and we would support him against Germany, something like that. Well, he has the 2 strongest saves next to him. There is also Portugal quite close, so there will definitely be some border friction. Hard to say. There wasn't the if it wasn't for these mountains and William could freely expand south, then I would be more hopeful. But well, we will see. We are done with this episode, so I hope that you liked it. I hope that you can join me next time again. And until then, have a good time. Bye bye.